My camera seems to like to shut off about the same time, so I have to start again. We're going to borrow the number here. This becomes a 2, this becomes a 9, this becomes 10. 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 1 is 8, 2 minus 2 is 0, 2 minus 0 is 20. Next we have negative 0.2 times negative 17.5. We have two negatives, so we're going to get a positive. So we're just going to do this. 17.5 times 0.2. 10, 14, and 15. 2 and 1 is 3. We have two decimals, so put it here. Our answer will be 3.5. Then let's say we have a piece of paper, 15.6 inches. We need to cut it into 2.6 inch strips. So how many strips can we do? We're going to have 2.6 into 15.6. So we have a decimal here. When you move it over 1, so that means we move this over 1. 26 goes into 56 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. So our answer is 6. Next, let's say that we have lemonade. This is just like the one on test 2. Say 4 scoops of mix for 12 cups of water. How much water for 40 scoops? So we're going to say 4 is to 12 as how many scoops? X is to 40. To make this easy, we can simplify the 4 and the 12. Divide both of these by 4. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 3. This is 40 over X. Because we have to keep scoops together and water together. So 3 times 40 is 120 equals X. We could have also just said 12 times 40 is 480 divided by 4, which is 120. Then let's say we have a decimal, we need to go to a fraction, so 0.08. So we see that it's in the hundreds, so 8 over 100. But we need to simplify that. Divide both of those by 4, and we get 2 over 25. Then let's say we have 7 over 20, and we need to do that as a fraction. All we need to do is multiply it by 100 times 100. So 20 divided by 100 is 5 times 7 is 35%. Then let's say we have 43% of what number is 86. So 43 over 100 times X equals 86. Just multiply both sides by the reciprocal. Which is 100 over 43. This side, they'll cancel each other. So we have X equals 86 divided by 43 is 2 times 100 is 200. There are multiple ways to do that problem. That's one of them. in your 2-8 class, you're going to learn the 3 different ways to do it. So if you already know one of the ways that you like better, go ahead and do it that way. Then we have 42 inches. We change that to feet. Remember, 12 inches equals 1 foot. So what we're going to do is 42 inches, and there's 1 foot in 12 inches. Inches cancel. So 12 into 42. It goes 3 times. 3 times 12 is 36. And we get 6 remaining. So 3 and 6 over 12. But 6 over 12 we can simplify, so 3 and 1/2. Then we're going to go say something like 735 millimeters into how many meters. So there are 1,000 milli in any just one of whatever it is. So liters, meters, grams, whatever. So 735 millimeters, and there's 1 meter in 1,000 millimeters. These cancel. 735 divided by 1,000. You can just move the decimal spot 3 spots. 0.735 meters. The last ones have to do with shapes, and you need to know how to do either the perimeter, circumference, or area. So let's say we have a rectangle, and it's length times width. Perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width, and it's in units. Area is length times width, and it's in units squared. Make sure you get the units correct and the formulas right. For a circle, this would be the radius. The circumference is around the circle, so it's 2 times pi times r. Pi is 3.14, and this is in units. Area is pi r squared, and that's in units squared. So make sure you get the units right. Okay, so a triangle, that's side 1, side 2, side 3, and we have a height. The bottom is also called the base. So perimeter equals side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3, and it's in units. Area equals 1/2 times base times height, and it's units squared. Again, make sure you get the units right. If it asks for perimeter, it's just going to be units. If it asks for area, it's units squared. Base is whatever the bottom is. Height is whatever from the bottom to the top and each of the sides. It's going to give you all the information you need. So again, this test is multiple choice, and you'll have 2 hours total to do it. Good luck.